All right, good morning, everybody. Let's go to get started here. It's about 6:05, 6:15 is our kickoff time. Give me a minute. Let me set up my boards. Y'all give me just one moment. I'm setting up my boards right now. All right, start my recording and let's go live. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing great. It is Wednesday morning, the 15th, and it is 6:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, and this is the Load Board Report. And as always, I'm your host, Calvin Butler, with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. And today, we're going to, as always, we're taking a look at what's going on in your neck of the woods when it comes to load and freight. Remember, owner operators, lease operators out there, if you want to know what loads are out there, if you got to, if you're out somewhere and you don't have a load and you need a load this morning, give me a call, 866-973-6445. Again, that number is 866-973-6445. Okay, dial that toll-free number. Doesn't matter what extension you hit, because at this time in the morning, you're only going to get me. As always, we are here, and it's brought to you by the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers and the National Dispatchers Network, the largest network of independent freight brokers, dispatchers, owner-operators, distribution plant managers, and just about every professional in the industry in the nation. And we have the most sought-after and fastest-growing training platform in the country right now. That's a fact. All right. So without further ado, let's get to the Load Board Report. And as always, we're going to start with a look at the country and seeing what the numbers are as far as loads. And as always, we start with direct freight. That's our go-to load board. And we do provide access to more than 100 load boards to all of our members and our students who are enrolled with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. Okay, starting out, let's go ahead and start today over here in California. What we got as far as load availability. In California, we have 4,463 loads in California. In Arizona, we have 986 loads. In New Mexico, we have 867 loads. Great state of Texas, we have 7,970 loads, leading as always. In Louisiana, we have 1,291 loads. In Mississippi, we have 1,868 loads. In Alabama, we have 3,524 loads. In Florida this morning, we have 2,581 loads. In Georgia, we have 3,750 loads. In South Carolina, we have 2,426 loads. In North Carolina, we have 2,700 83 loads. In Virginia, we have 2,246 loads. In West Virginia, we have 501 loads. Over here in Maryland, we have 1,446 loads. In Delaware, we have 1,400. We have 144 loads. In New Jersey, we have 1,788 loads available. In Connecticut, we have 250 loads. In Rhode Island, we have 56 loads available. In Massachusetts, we have 853 loads available. In New Hampshire, there are 87 loads available. In Vermont, 101 loads available. In Maine, there is 350 loads available. In New York, we have 2,477 loads. In Pennsylvania, PA, we have 3,931 loads. In Ohio, looks like we have 3,914 loads. In West Virginia, we have 501 loads. In Kentucky, 2,116 loads. Tennessee, 2,335 loads. In Arkansas, we have 4,004 loads, while Arkansas jumped up considerably this morning. In Oklahoma, we have 758 loads. Over in Nevada, we have 633 loads. Utah, 1,126 loads available. Colorado, 1,085 loads. Kansas, 869 loads. Missouri, the show me state, 1,900. And Missouri just updated to 2,258 loads. Got an update. Kentucky, 2,119 loads. Michigan, 2,335 loads. Indiana, 3,318 loads. Illinois, 4,802 loads. A lot of loads coming out of Illinois this morning. In Iowa, 822 loads. Nebraska, 688 loads. In Wyoming, 385 loads. Idaho, 1,153 loads. Oregon, 1,688 loads. Washington State, 1,583 loads. Montana, 460 loads. South Dakota, 461 loads. Nebraska, 688 loads. North Dakota, 199 loads. And again, in Minnesota, do we have that 1,404 loads? And I think that's about covers what we've got. And if you jump over here in Alaska, they jumped up 2 more loads since yesterday from 7 to 9. Okay. All right. That's a look at what's going on in your neck of the woods when it comes to load availability. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to do something what I call, showing you all how to run someone down from a state that has a very low load count. You may have someone up there, up around North Dakota or up there in New Hampshire that only has 87 loads, or Rhode Island 56 loads. It's not that hard to run someone from upper north, northeast, from Maine, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Delaware, because you got states that are real close, like New York, that's got good load count. PA got great load count. Virginia, North Carolina, all that stuff. Even as far over as Ohio and places like that. But when you're up in, say Montana, which is a pretty big state, okay, and it's only got 460 loads. You got some drivers up there that may be discontent with the availability of loads, because there's not a whole lot of loads that are coming out of there. Okay. So what you got is you got a case where you're gonna have, and the surrounding states are not much better. You got North Dakota 199 loads, South Dakota 461, Wyoming 385. Those are not great load counts. Now you do have, Idaho that has over 1,000 loads, Oregon has over 1,000 loads, over 1,500 loads, and Washington State has over 1,500 loads. But remember, these are mountainous states. Okay, and in the wintertime, it's cold, there's snow, there's ice, so it's very slow moving. All right, so So you have all that going against your carrier when they're in the mountainous states, very slow moving, then there's very low load count. So what do you do with the carriers you have signed on who are in, and they're starting to complain about, not having enough loads, not making enough money, and all that type of stuff? Well, you got to have a serious conversation with them, and you got to talk to them about migrating down to the states that have great loads, hanging out for a week, maybe two, and then heading back home, and then taking about a week off, and then migrating back down for a week or two, make great money, and then head back up, take 4 or 5 days off. Okay, that's how I do. Okay, that's how I do. I have great relationships with my carriers. Great relationships with my own operators and my carriers, and they trust me. So when I have that conversation with them, and I tell them, look, you're up there in Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, North Dakota. Okay, you're making, $4,000 a week. Sometimes maybe $3,000. But if you just trust me when I tell you, let me run you down to some of these bigger low count states. Like I can run you over to California, and from there you can get great loads out going just about anywhere, right? More than 4,000 loads available. And from there I can run you towards the middle of the country, or I can run you over down towards Texas. Or I can run you down, towards Texas in the country. Loads going to all points from Texas. From Texas, you can catch a load just by going anywhere. Okay, I can run you over to California. I can keep you in California to California type stuff, make good money. Run you over here to Texas. I can make you great money. Or if you're tired and you want a break from everything, I can run you all the way down to Florida. It may take me a couple of loads to get you down there, but I can run you down to Florida, right? You stay in Florida for a couple of weeks. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have some carriers that I have ran down to Florida. They loved it so much running in Florida to Florida loads, Florida to Georgia, Florida to Alabama, and back to Florida again, where they can run and get back in the same day. I have ran them down there, put them on dedicated, 3 runs, 3 interconnected runs, dedicated. They're doing anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 a day. They went ahead and got a 1-bedroom apartment. Some even moved to Florida, but most of them get like a little drop pad, little 1-bedroom apartment, nice apartment down there in Central Florida, somewhere where it's nice and warm and sunny and beach and bikinis and all that type of stuff. And they run their 3 loads, they'll bike to their apartment every night, and they're off every weekend, and they're clocking somewhere between $1,500 to $2,500 per day. Okay, and then they take a week off, park their truck, leave it down in Florida, take a week off, fly home, back to Washington State or Montana or North Dakota, whatever the case may be, fly back home, spend some time with the family, or whatever the case may be, fly back down to Florida. Why? Because they can afford it. And they have a much, much, easier time. Because when they're up here, they're not spending that much time with the family. They actually spend more time with their family by migrating down to Florida, Texas, or wherever I bring them down to, and run them down there, for weeks at a time, and then go back home and spend like a week with their family or 2 weeks with the family because they can afford it. They spend more time with their families now because when they were up here, they had to run long hauls just to make money, just to make any type of decent money. They had to run long hauls, and it was out sometimes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks away from home. When they can run down here, stay here or here, right? Run out and come back the same day, relaxing, chilling, off every weekend. If they want to, they can fly home every weekend, off every weekend, and making 3 times more money. See, this industry has a there's a skill to being a good dispatcher. Okay. And a lot of people don't really recognize the value that dispatchers bring to the industry when it's done right. When it's done right, when it's done correctly. Okay. And that's what we do here. That's what we teach here. Okay. All right. So let's look at some loads here in some of these cluster states. We're gonna look at some cluster loads like if you're running tri-state, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, okay, Texas, you know, Arizona, Oklahoma, New Mexico. You know, up here you got Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, PA, you know, and Illinois. You know, these are what I call like little, you know, regional runs. Some people call them territorial runs. You know, some people call them tri-state runs, or whatever the case may be. Okay, let's check in with our YouTube channel. See who's watching this morning. Mr. Goodrich is on. Mr. Michael Dow is on. Early bird gets the worm. That's right. Early bird gets the worm. That's why I'm up every morning early. This is what dispatching and brokering is all about. You got to get up early to make this stuff happen. Remember, if you need a load, we give away free loads during the load board report. Give me a call, 866-973-6445. 866-973-6445. Does not matter what extension you hit, because at this time in the morning, you're only going to get me. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at some of these loads in what I call the clusters. All right. You got a cluster of states up here, all right? And I like to center them around. If I make my center, it's going to be Indiana, okay? If this is my center right here, what do I have? I have Illinois right next door. Now, Indiana has 3,318 loads. Illinois right next door have 4,805 loads. Ohio, on the other side, has 3,922 loads. Up above me, I have Michigan, which has 2,336 loads. And right beneath me, I have Kentucky, that has 2,100 loads. Now, also real close by, I have Pennsylvania, which is 3,940 loads. All right. And we have Missouri over here, if we want to go that far down. But let's just stick with this little cluster right here. All these shoulder to shoulder to shoulder. You've got 2, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, shoot. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You got 17,000 loads. That's just off the top of my head. Just off the top of my head. That's not an accurate count, but you got more than 17,000 loads in that cluster. Okay? In that cluster, you got more than 17,000 loads. So when you have a carrier who is saying to themselves, especially if they're over here in Montana or up here in North Dakota, all right, it's not that hard to run someone from there over to here, to this cluster. Okay? You know, you just got to find them a load that's heading down that way over here to Minnesota or to Wyoming or wherever it can be. You run it, or you may be able to find them a load that runs them all the way over here to Virginia. But what you do is you're going to run them over to that cluster. All right. So if I'm looking at loads here and I want to run them over towards that cluster, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick my, North Dakota, picking up there. I'm going to put in, what I said my cluster was. I'm going to put in, let me just put in, PA. I'm going to put in Pennsylvania. Now, what I'm going to do a 200-mile radius of Pennsylvania. All right. Now, let's say my carrier is a van, or no, coming from way up there, he's probably going to be a van or a reefer. There's a lot of flatbeds up in those states up there too. But let's just leave it open for right now. You know, we're going to, kind of leave it open. We're not going to put on it. Ship date is today. Okay, the 15th. And I want to sort by highest pay rate. Now, what I got immediately, because you don't have a whole lot leaving out of North Dakota, first of all. So I got to change that 25-mile radius of North Dakota to 100 miles. Let's see what we got. That's easy. All right, here I go. I got one load that's leaving out of here right now. Now this is pretty good. This is a pretty good one because you're not so much worried about the rate right now. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get this person out of an area that has a very low load count, as you all can see, very low load count, load availability. I don't care, he can say, well, I won't take nothing away. If ain't nothing up there, you ain't got nothing to take. You get some carriers that are gonna argue, well, I don't take nothing less than $3 per mile. Okay, if you're in an area that only has 27 loads, you better take. You got to take what you got to take to get you out of there to go and make some money. First of all, you got to get to a spot where money is being made. You can't stay in a spot where there's no money and complain about not making any money. All right? Does that make sense to everybody? You cannot stay in an area where there's no opportunity to make money, and then you want to complain about, I'm not going to take a load that's paying less than this. In order to rectify that problem, you got to get to where money is being made. Okay, so here's what I would do on this case. If I had a carrier like that, they got a load that's picking up, pretty much close to where they are up in North Dakota. They can grab a load from right close to home, right? Run it straight shot. Okay, it's going to be 1,480 miles. Run it straight shot. It's only going to be $1.69 per mile, but it's $2,500. Basically, what you're paying for is you're paying for your gas and your meals to get out of that dead space. Okay, you got to get out of that dead space. You got to get out of the dead zone. But you're making enough money to pay for your fuel, your meal, and put a little money in your pocket to get you out of the dead zone. Now, once I get you down here to PA, right? This is a flatbed. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is a flatbed. Once I get you down here to PA, right, then I'm going to put in reverse search, but I'm not really going to do a reverse search. I'm going to put him down here, and then we're going to leave him in PA. See, I'm not trying to run him back because you ain't going to find that how going back. I know it, but that's not but you don't want to run him back right now. Right now, you want to get him to an area where he can make money. So take that out. Let's just do PA, no destination. And let's do within 100 miles of PA because we're doing that surrounding the area, around PA. So within 200 miles of PA, and then we're going to say, we're not worried about the radius on the destination. All right. And this is a flatbed. Pay rate again. Let's do a search. Now look at all these loads. You see, that's a far cry better than what he was looking at before. Right? Before, here's what he was looking at. Even if I take out the PA and just try to find him something just going, just anywhere out of North Dakota, you got some loads that's leaving out of North Dakota. Let's change that radius here. Again, you do have loads that are going to be leaving out of North Dakota, right? But they're all going elsewhere, way down. Knoxville, Tennessee, Naples, Florida. Y'all see what I mean? You cannot stay up here in North Dakota and make great money without leaving North Dakota and going way out. So why would you try to find loads going to and from North Dakota back and forth, back and forth? You know, they're gonna be away from home a very long time to make money anyway, right? So why not find your spot where you can relax, not overwork yourself, and make 3 times more money? And this is what I mean by running them down to a spot. You got to get them out of their comfort zone and run them over here, because I guarantee you, now some drivers like running long hauls all the time. Okay, the majority of them don't. If you ask most owner operators, they would much rather prefer to run short runs, be back in the same spot every night, right? Not overworking themselves, and be off every weekend, and still be able to bring home, anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000. Anywhere, literally up to be able to bring, up to $10,000 a week home. Okay, that's what you want. Okay, if I had a choice of running long hauls all the time and making $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, and running short runs and being back home in a bed, sleep in a nice place every night where I could go out and eat out and enjoy my social life and off every weekend and still make 10 to 12 grand per week, I choose the latter. And most owner operators will too. They'll be much happier. Okay, but you run him over to PA and look what he's got. Okay, once you run him over there, he's got plenty of load choices to run from PA. Okay, he can run PA to California, PA to Florida. If you want to go back up towards South Dakota, there's some stuff that's going back up there. And most of these are all flatbeds. As you can see, flatbed. He's got a lot of options to run flatbed. Now let's look at the rate per mile and see what type of money he would actually be making. If he was running from the PA area, he's got loads right here. He's a 41,000 pound load for a flatbed, which is doable. It's only deadheading miles, 260 miles. You go pick that load up. 43 trip miles, y'all. All right, Pittsburgh, PA to Blairville, PA. $650. That's $15.12 per mile. Now, chances are this is a repeat run. But if it's not, it's only what? 43 trip miles, which means he could grab probably another load, leaving, because this is PA. He can grab him another load, leaving out of there, or leaving from close by there, going somewhere else, and running. He can probably run 2 or 3 loads per day. So let's say he was on this load, right? And we do a reverse search on that one. Here it is right here, leaving on the 16th. He's got one leaving just 43 miles from there, and he can go back to Pittsburgh, really, pick that load up, and then run it and make another $576. Or let's see what's much closer. He got some closer stuff here that doesn't have prices on it, but I guarantee if you call some of these places, that's an 8-mile pickup. Deadhead. It runs 60 trip miles. It's probably all these loads are going to be paying somewhere around the same thing. They're going to be paying great money because they're short run loads. So if you got short run loads that's paying $650, $576, $587, $850, and stuff like that, stuff that he can pick up like this, and this, and run all in the same day, 3 of them, run them in the same day before his clock runs out, and probably be back to his spot in Pittsburgh to go to bed, sleep in a bed, rather than sleeping at a truck stop. Okay, be back home enough of time for him to actually go out. Literally be back home before 7, 8 o'clock at night, or sometimes before 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Back home, chilling, watching the evening news, cook him a dinner in his own place on his own stove, or he can get dressed up, clean up, and go out and have a social life, get back up early the next morning, run another 3 load, and do the same thing, do that 5 days a week, and be earning somewhere, between $600 and $900 per load. On the low end, what's that? That's $1,800. 6 and 6 is 12. 6 more, that's $1,800 per day. Think about that for a minute. That's $1,800 per day. $5 days a week. Home every night. Off every weekend. If he wants, he can fly back to North Dakota every weekend. Why? Because, man, the dude's rolling in money. He's good. That's like working at a 9-to-5 office job and you're making $1,800 a day. What office job pays you $1,800 a day? Just working 5 days a week, off every weekend. That's what that's equivalent to. Why? Because he's home every night, sleeping in a bed, living a regular life. See, these are the type of conversations that you must have with your owner operators, and this is the type of skill set you want to display, or you want to provide this type of service to your owner operators. This is what makes successful dispatch firms. This is what makes successful dispatch firms. Let's go over here to YouTube real quick. Here's someone that says that sometimes says, man, I got 17 rides to move, no drivers. Calling Indeed, early worm gets the money, but these drivers broke his life. Yes, it is. 17 rides and no drivers. Woo, boy. So you're telling me you got 17 trucks, 17 rides, or is that 17 loads? You got 17 loads to move and no drivers. Sound like you need to join our network. Sometimes. And the reason why you need to join our network, because we're in a network full of dispatch firms and brokerage firms. What do dispatch firms have? Carriers that they're trying to find loads for. So if you got 17 rides, 17 loads, and no drivers, you need to be in a network full of dispatch firms. Or need to be in a network that provides you with an owner-operator locator site so you can have the contact numbers for every registered owner-operator in the country. That's what you need. Okay? So you need to join our platform. Go over to mydispatcher.org. That's mydispatcher.org is where you need to go. Okay? Go over to mydispatcher.org. When you get there, scroll down the very first page. You'll see a video. Underneath that video, click on where it says to enroll. Click here. And you can enroll for just $349.95 on your enrollment fee. And it'll be $39.95 per month to have access to our back office tools, resources, training, support, network, the whole 9 yards. Okay? All right. But yeah, you got to get up early to make this money. But what I'm showing you all this morning is I'm showing you all how a good dispatch firm, or a good dispatcher, or as I like to say, owner-op business manager. There's a reason why I like that term better than dispatcher. Owner-op business manager reflects someone who is actively managing your business of trucking. And that's what a good dispatcher does. They manage your business. Okay? They're gonna manage your business. They're gonna properly select, not just find just loads. They're not just finding you loads. They are looking at your situation, and they are coming up with a game plan to put you in a much, much better location, or a better situation to where you can make that $10,000 per week. Because that's what you ultimately want. But you don't want to make that $10,000. We can be stressed out and always driving and sleeping in different places all the time. And this truck stop, that truck stop, eating truck stop food all the time, sleeping in your cab or your truck all the time, dealing with, thinking about somebody going to back up and hit your truck, whatever this is and that. You got to wake up in the morning, you want to be able to make money in trucking without all the stress that comes with it. And if you like being on the road, away from your family, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks at a time, out there chasing that paper, then that's all good. Some of y'all like that. Some of y'all like that. And for those that like that, yeah, we can find you plenty of loads that keep you on the road, keep you away from home. Okay, there may be a reason why you're trying to stay away from home. I mean, who knows? But whatever the case may be. But if you're like me, and if you're like most people, whether you're in trucking or not, you would prefer to have it easier or less stressful. You prefer not to drive so many long distances. You would prefer to have a set number of a place to go pick up a load, drop a load, go pick up a load, drop a load, pick up a load, come back home. You would prefer that. You would prefer getting home before the sun comes down every night. You would prefer that. And of course you would prefer making, $1,500, $2,500 a day. Okay? But this is how it's done. You got to find these interconnecting loads, and all these ship dates are the same day. But guess what? With these short runs, you can pick them all up in the same day and run them because they're short runs. 43 miles, 70 miles, 99 miles, 55 miles, 60 miles, 64 miles. Those are short run loads. All right. Now, if someone is out there right now and you're in, first of all, we'll go over here to where we picked up at, and you're in North Dakota, and if you want to get out of North Dakota, there's a lot of loads that are going out of North Dakota. Okay, I mean, I mean, you can get out, but it doesn't say what the deadhead miles is of some of this stuff. Now, I'll be honest with you. When you start seeing this, no deadhead miles, yeah, be careful because you may have to deadhead quite a ways to get these loads going out of North Dakota. Because remember, North Dakota don't have but what, 200 plus loads, if that many, 100 and some odd loads, or whatever the case may be. So, they tell you that they're coming out, but how far you got to deadhead, I don't know, because you're up there in the mountains, and it's a pretty wide open state. I don't think you got too many mountains. I've never been to North Dakota. My whole time driving trucks, I've never been to North Dakota. But you don't have very many loads. You got to originate from there. So be careful, or not be careful. Call these places to find out, what you call it is, because I've got a radius of 100 miles, but nothing here is showing. All it's saying is NA, which means it may be more than 100 miles. Okay, to go grab that load, but hopefully it's not. But there are plenty of loads. If you want to load out, give me a call. You got Chopsticks Transportation got loads going out, paying $4.54 per mile, and that's 1,100 trip miles, almost 1,200 trip miles. So it's going to take you 2 days to run that down to Tennessee, and that's a reefer. Okay, 800-568-2240. 800-568-2240 over at Chop Tank Transport. You got all types of loads. Some going down here to Naples, Florida. If you're willing to go down to Florida, stay in Florida, that'd be a good run for you. Go down there, stay in Florida, hang out. That's a van. Plenty of van loads down in Florida, running Florida to Florida, making great money. You can earn $1,500, $1,800, $2,000 a day. Van drivers, okay? which is almost unheard of. If you're willing to stay in Florida for a while, you can earn that per day and be back at a spot, lay your head down every night, same spot. If that's what you want, you can earn that down there by running short, interconnecting loads. Okay, so you can do that. All right. Remember, if you need a load, give me a call, 866-973-6445. All right. Day your PO. First time on here, heard I can work as dispatch at home. More info, please. All right. Then if you want to join our platform, and here's what our platform does. We are the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. This is who we are right here. Okay? This is who we are. What we provide is this. We provide you, when you join our platform, you pay a one-time enrollment fee of $349.95. Okay? $349.95. You will also pay a monthly subscription fee of $39.95 per month plus tax. Okay? That gets you access to more than 100 load boards, so you don't have to pay for load boards. Get you access to more than 19 million shippers, so you don't have to pay for any type of shipping list. Get you access to an owner-operator's locator site where you can locate, and contact every owner-operator register in every state in the United States. So you have an immense, vast picking field of owner-operators you can call and present your pitch to get them to sign your dispatch agreement. We provide you with all your contracts, documents, and your agreement forms, everything you're going to need to run your dispatch firm or your brokerage firm, either a dispatch agreement or your broker carrier agreement or your broker shippers agreement or all that type of stuff. We're also going to provide for you access to more than 140,000 hours of recorded live operational training videos. That's right, more than 140,000 hours of operational training videos. No other platform can make that offer. No other platform can make that offer. We're also going to plug you into our massive network of more than 2,900 industry professionals. These are dispatchers, freight brokers, shipping plant managers, distribution managers, owner operators. All these people who are within the industry, they're all in our private groups that we have on Facebook. Our Facebook page is a private group. You can only get into that group if you are a networking member of the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. Those are the only people that get into that group. We have over 2,900 private members within that group, and they're all people within the industry. So we're going to place you in a group of people where you can network with people who are in the industry. You all can help each other out. You can talk to each other. You can help each other find and book freight. You can help each other be successful. That's what networking is all about. I think we are the only training platform that actually has an active networking concept to it. Okay. You also get access to our logistics library that has every word, phrase, and term ever used in trucking. And we have live training. Every Monday night, we have franchise training. Every Thursday night, we have dispatch product knowledge training. Every Saturday, we have the broker's hour, broker training. And of course, every day, we provide free loads to owner operators from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, doing our load board report that we have every single morning. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff in the link here so you can have it and you can go and get signed up if that's what you want to do. One moment here. Y'all give me a minute. Let me copy and paste some stuff for this person. And this is our info right here. I'm going to paste it right here in the link and reply to you. Let me do a reply. Oh, too much stuff. I gotta take something out. I got too much in there. Yeah, let me put something else in. That was too much. They say that's too much stuff. I can't put all that in there. Um, let me shorten that a little bit for you. 866 the most preferred training platform access to. All right, I'm gonna shorten this for you because they say it's too much in here, but just know that you have access to all the stuff. That's still too much. All right, there we go. Now that's right. All right, there you go. You should have it right there. I think that's it. And then there's a link there that you can click. I think that will take you over to where you need to go. All right. So there you go, there you Pope. All right. Anybody else that wants that information, you can look at it on our YouTube channel. We have the information there. But either give me a call after this broadcast or go right over to the mydispatcher.org and you can get signed up there. All right. Oh, okay. Look, we almost out of time. Time goes quickly having fun. Um, but we still got time for those of you who want to call in. You call in at 866-973-6445 if you need a load. We give away free loads here on the load board report. But my main purpose this morning with the load board report, I want to come in and give our normal, load availability, the snapshot of the country, give you what's available, and I really wanted to talk about how you, if you're in areas where there's not very many loads, because there are some parts of the country that just inherently does not have a lot of great loads that's coming out of there. You need to be able to run those people down to little clusters where there's great load count and where they don't have to travel very far to grab loads. That's what I like to do. That's how I train, our dispatchers when they come, and how I train the dispatchers that come into our platform that want to learn how to run their own dispatch firm. You know, that's how I train them. Now, our broker training, that's something different. That's every Saturday. We have great broker training too. Okay, if you're looking to be a broker, we do have great broker training, but we have great dispatch training and broker training. One thing that we won't do we won't give you any type of disillusions that you're going to go out and make $1 million your first year in this industry, because you're not. You're not going to make $500,000 your first year in this industry. But can you make $100,000? Oh, yes, you can. I did it. You can make $100,000 your first year dispatch. You can make $100,000 somewhat your first year as a broker, but you have to prepare yourself before that. And we show you how to do that, and we show you how to scale your business to make that happen. Okay. Now, by the time if you are running your dispatch firm or your broker firm the way you should be, and you're scaling it properly, by the time you hit your third year, your company should be in that $500,000 range per year. Okay. I'm not saying you're going to get there your first year, because you're probably not. You're probably not going to get there your second year. Some of you, yeah, most of you, no. But if you're running your business the way you should be, the way that we show you how to do it, and if you're scaling your business the way you should be, the way we show you how to do it, by the time you hit that third year, you should be knocking on the door of $500,000 per year. And after that, the sky's the limit if you just keep scaling your business and just following the steps. Because it's not that complicated when you have a plan, when you have a structure, when you have tools and resources to help offset your overhead and things like that. Because one of the worst things you can do is trying to run a business and then you think, oh, I got to pay all these bills. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? I don't have no loads. I don't have no carriers. And I got all these bills that are still coming in. let us take care of that part. Let us provide you with the stuff that you would normally have to pay for yourself, because this is what our platform does. All right. On top of, providing you great training, plugging you into a great network, and show you how to make some money from home. All right. Well, guess what? It's 7 o'clock. It's time. It's that time. I know the day went fast, but that's what we have an hour slot that we have here on YouTube for our live presentation every morning. Look, share our platform and this YouTube broadcast with your friends on social media. Let your truck driving friends know that we do give away loads every morning free of charge. We don't have charge any dispatch fees. There are no fees charged to the load that we give you during this show. Now, if you come to our dispatch firm or to our platform, yes, we're going to charge you for, because you got to sign up with one of our dispatchers, or you got to sign up with someone for us to give you freight. You got to have that dispatch agreement in place, because dispatchers, we're not allowed to just post loads all over the place. Okay, we're not allowed to do that. As a dispatcher, to stay compliant with the Federal Motor Carrier Association and DOT, we have to have an owner-operator under contract. We have to have you under a dispatch agreement to provide loads specific to your needs. In other words, we sign up to a contract, you tell us what you need. I need flatbed loads. I need reefer loads. I need dry van loads. I need loads coming out of this area. I'm looking for loads that's paying no less than this. I'm paying freight. Then we find you, a number of loads that match your criteria. Then we present them to you, and then you choose which load you want. Okay, that's how dispatchers have to operate. We're not brokers, so they can't take ownership of freight. We can't just grab a whole bunch of loads and just put them out there for a fee. Now, what we're doing this morning is we give away loads. We show you where the loads are, and we give you the broker's number. It's a free service, so we're not breaking any rules. We can give away free freight. We can give you, free load information, but we can't do it for a fee without having you under contract. Okay. All right. As always, I appreciate the time that we spent here together. And, I know it was short, but it was sweet. I thank you all for joining us again. Mr. Michael Dow, thank you for joining us. Mr. Goody Rich, as always, thank you for joining us. Sun Times, thank you for joining us today. I know this was your first time here, but I hope you come back. I hope you join our platform. If you do, we look forward to seeing you in training. We look forward to seeing many of you in training who decide to join our platform. Now, remember, starting next week, our YouTube channel is going to change. Okay, you will no longer have access to the 740, 800 plus, videos that are 2 to 3 hours long. You'll no longer have free access to those videos. You must join one of our memberships. The only video content you have access to is this load board report. This is the only thing that's going to be on our YouTube channel that's going to be free access. Okay, but in order to get access to the other stuff that we have, you're going to have to join one of our memberships. Now, our memberships go anywhere from, being able to access the videos all the way up to being able to access our entire network, load boards, shipping, no, our 19 million shippers, access to all the shippers, access to all the owner operators, access to all the training, access to all the videos, access to our network, all the way up to having 3 hours of private consultations per week from me. That's a $300 value. I'm sorry, per month. I say that right. 3 hours of private consultations per month from me. That's a $300 value because we charge $100 per hour for private consultation. Okay, so our memberships will range in those type of benefits. I think our membership start at like 99 cents per month, all the way up to $99 per month. So we have 99 cents. I think we have a $9.99 membership per month. Then we have a $49.99 per month. Then we have a $99.99 per month. Depending on which membership you get, will depend on how much access you have and how much access to our tools, resources, our platform, our network, load boards and all that type of stuff. But thank you all. Thank you. HC Logistics Independent Contractor says, thank you, RBBS for life. Hey, I appreciate the love, man. Love you right back. Love you right back. All right, everybody. Thank you all again. And I hope to see you all back here tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel for the load board report. And as we take a look at what's going on in your neck of the woods when it comes to load and freight availability. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a great, great, great morning.